Hello, dear friends from your friendly neighborhood, Shakespeare. I am here. You are here. It's time for Shakespeare's coffee break. I'm wearing a doublet I hardly ever wear. Yes, this one is fantastic. This was made by Off the Camel's Back, Mama Lewis, and Kim. And I think Cricket also made this one. So here's to them. But also, it is Shakespeare's coffee break. So let's have a nice and noisy slurp to get things going. I just had this in real quick because I wanted to hear the music, which is provided graciously by the Jackdaws. The Jackdaws are a wonderful band, and you should check them out, facebook.com/thejackdaws. But they are absolutely wonderful. And Susan Hill is also commenting on the doublet. She says, that is a doublet and then some. Yes, this is one where I actually don't wear a costume shirt underneath it. Isn't that fun? Yes, it is a lot of fun because I don't wear a costume shirt. Because I don't really need to. And it's a nice, fun, lacy collar. Makes it really neat. And I get to be really comfortable in it. But today, it's an AMA. Yes, that is what we are doing today. And ask me anything. Ask Shakespeare your questions. I will tell you no lies, or at least very few of them. Unless you want to hear some lies. Tell you sweet little lies. But go ahead, ask me your questions, and I will give you answers. Because we have so much fun to talk about. I mean, for instance, tomorrow we have the red carpet premiere of Shakespeare Reviews. So that's going to be at 6:30, directly following the 5:30 Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. And that's just going to be a lot of good times tomorrow. We're going to have Jade DeVere. We're going to have Gwendolyn from The Gwendolyn Show. We're going to have Paolo Garbanzo, Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard from Life's Affair. All of us are going to be on there, including the Zenith Players. I mean, what could be better? It's going to be a grand time tomorrow, 5:30. 6:30, of course, is the red carpet premiere of Shakespeare Reviews, which will then start at 7 over on Life's Affairs Facebook and YouTube pages. There's just so much going on. I mean, I'm going to be a woo girl. Yeah, I'm going to be a woo girl for Inside the Drag Closet. Yes, the Jade DeVere Show. It's going to be amazing. That's going to be next week. We have the ticketed event, the Shakespeareans, coming up on Saturday, October 3rd. I moved that day, by the way. It's going to be 1:30 in the afternoon because, like, hey, we're at a Ren Fair. Let's have some fun. And that is what we're going to be doing. And we started selling tickets for that. Only 50 tickets overall are available, and I want you to join me for it. If you're a member of my Patreon, go ahead and use your discount code, the special discount link that is in the Patreon, and that will get you $5 off of that $10 ticket. So 50% off. That's pretty great. And also, speaking of Patreon, if you want to become a member of my Patreon, a Patreon of the arts, just go to patreon.com/Shakespeare, and we will hang out together. In fact, the September hangout is coming up pretty soon. I believe it's going to be next Friday, I think. Sounds about right. Yes. So let's do things. Let's have fun and hang out. So ask me your questions. Throw things into the comments. We are going to have just a marvelous, wonderful, good time this afternoon for the half hour or so that we get to hang out with each other and drink a nice cup of coffee or tea or water, whatever your beverage is. I'm not here to judge. But yeah, let's talk. I'll start things off. All right. So here we go. Shakespeare, pick me. Yeah, Shakespeare, go ahead. When you stepped over there to pretend to ask yourself a question, what did you kick? That is a great question, Shakespeare. I accidentally kicked a card table set up over on the side with the back of my foot. Yep. Oh. Follow-up question. Yeah, Shakespeare. So when you're over here, right here, and you accidentally kicked the thing with the back of your foot, did it hurt? Another great question. That was a fantastic follow-up question. This guy's good. This guy's really good. No, I'm wearing shoes right now, and so it didn't hurt at all. Shakespeare. One more question, please. One more question. Anyone else? Anyone? Ooh, Shakespeare, pick me. All right, fine, Shakespeare. What kind of shoes? Oh, Adidas, like an indoor footy. one, indoor soccer show. It's really nice. It's black. No, you can't see it. I'm not going to kick my foot up that high. Don't even ask. All right. So let's see. Janine Rinker is saying she sees me writing with fancy pens sometimes. Am I using actual quills or ballpoints embellished with feathers? The answer is yes. All right. Here is one of them right now. What I actually like to do is a ballpoint pen, the inside of a ballpoint, and they have to have this part right here. They have to be one like that. It can't have no little arrowhead. And I put them inside of old bobbins, and you can find these all over the place, usually at flea markets and antique stores. These are sold all the time from old weaving machines. And you insert it there, and then I put feathers and whatnot right here. So just for instance, let me step over here. Now it is a ridiculously classy, fancy pen. But that being said, I do also sometimes use quills, actual quill pens. I use fountain pens sometimes. I just do lots of things. I like to just stick it in there, but it works really well because it is a nice, fancy-looking prop to have on a Renaissance Festival day without actually having the need for dipping your pen in ink. Wonderful question, Janine. Jessica Hill says, Logan, age 9. Hello, Logan, age 9. Would like to know my favorite book to read. Oh, goodness gracious. For a 9-year-old, probably The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It was one of my favorite books when I was 9. It was really good. Also, start reading some Shakespeare, kid. I would recommend Midsummer Night's Dream. It's a wonderful story. I actually have a storybook version of it coming out, featuring this as the cover, illustrated by Ariel Sakula. She did the artwork for my Midsummer Night's Dream: A Gay Old Time that we did with the social distancing players 2 months ago. Wow, was that long already? That is insane. That is insane that it was that long ago. Susan Hill says, Master Shakespeare, do I think humans will ever travel to the stars? Not at our current rate, no. And we have a Space Force now, too. At our current rate that we're going, we're going to destroy ourselves because there's nothing more human than hubris and destroying yourself, sadly. If we can get through this current phase of humanity, yeah, we'll get there. Because the vast reach of humanity is what's next, following the theme of the West Wing. What's over that hill? What's across that plain and over that valley? What's across the ocean? What's on the other side of the planet? What's out there? And the thing is, we don't know. And that's the exciting part. It's all right to not know. So assuming that we get through this developmental stage that we're in, this terrible teenage period that we find ourselves in right now as humans, yeah, we'll get there. But we have to get through this first. All right. And we don't have mum and dad around to say, hey, stop being an idiot. It's just us. So hopefully. Let's see. Great question. Amanda Bohart says, hello, sweetie. And to that I say, I don't know. She does River Song Calls Play, and it's wonderful. Hello, Amanda, I love you. All right. Susan Hill says, no relation. Susan, I didn't even do the Hill rigging ad yet. Wow. She says, who is my favorite West Wing character since I just mentioned the show? Well, President Bartlett is great. Sam Seaborn, he's wonderful. Josh, always a delight. I'm going to say the Grumpy Face Toby or CJ Craig. CJ Craig or Grumpy Face Toby. But I do have Grumpy Face Toby's beard. Yeah, so there we go. And a lot of his hairline. All right. Tari Elaine says, I recommend Tales from Shakespeare by Charles and Mary Lamb, smiley face. Shakespeare's works with much of his original language rewritten in prose. Nope. Well, there you go. So to Logan, age 9. There you go. Tales from Shakespeare. I think someone actually gave me that a while back. So there's a copy of it here somewhere. So yes. Oh, Jessica Hill. No, Susan is not related to Jessica Hill. I just say whoosh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It's my show. I barely know what's happening. While we are waiting for more questions to come in, let me also say, speaking of storybooks, Logan, I wrote a comic book. I call it Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins. Yeah, I know. You can get it on Kindle, and you can get that through my website, shakespeareapproves.com. So let me just put that in here right now. Yeah. So there we go. So go get the comic book, Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins. It's $4 or $5 on Kindle. And right there. So Jessica Hill for Logan, age 9. Go get the comic book, Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins. So go do that because why not? That was a really dumb thing to say. I apologize. Just why not? Yeah, I'm in a weird mood today. I've been on this all day, just which is great, you know, because this allows me to have a job, have a career during this COVID time. But man, when you're just looking at a screen all day, boy, it takes out of you and stop. Yeah. Luckily, most of the day I was able to wear my blue light glasses. I'm just going to show you what I look like with that on real quick. Yep. And most of the time, if you're looking straight at it, you don't really see the coloring, but then you can see they do right there. There we go. There. My eyes look like I'm wearing sunglasses almost. Yeah. So yeah, these are my blue light glasses. So yeah. So I don't get a headache, you know. But it's just I'm in a weird mood now. I mean, it's a gloomy day outside. It's starting to feel increasingly like winter, and I love winter. By the way, it is my actual favorite of the 4 seasons, and other than Frankie Valli, and yet it shouldn't be here yet. This is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. But yeah, so I'm in a weird mood, and I apologize for that. I apologize. You don't need to be in a weird mood, but this is real. We're having a real fun conversation, and so there it is. Susan Hill says, pick a Ninja Turtle. Michelangelo. Michelangelo is a party dude. Yeah, dude. Right. Donatello. I mean, you know, he's the smart one. He's the one who invents. I loved the Donatello in the first Ninja Turtles movie. His relationship with Casey Jones was rather adorable. I did not like Raphael in that version. That is what I remember from my child brain. I've not seen it in 20-some years. So I don't know. Maybe I would like Raphael now. Maybe he's still just as moody and as emo as ever. I have no idea. And then Leonardo was just self-righteous and annoying in every iteration. Goodness. Jessica Hill says, hope he will report back with his thoughts. Thanks. Absolutely. And I'm glad everyone was able to weigh in and help Jessica Hill with that. Susan says, tell us about your happy place. Do we mean a mental happy place or a physical place? Right now, one of my physical happy places is my porch. We have a sky chair, and I like to sit in it and hang out and just look at the backyard. Because this house that we're renting it's an okay house, but the backyard is amazing because, you know, we're in the woods, and it's just grand. You get to look at the trees and there's deer that come up, and there's the murder hornets, and they're neat and freakish and scare the hell out of me, frankly, but it's fine. No, my true, genuine happy place, though, is probably, this is going to sound so very bougie, Epcot Center in Orlando, Walt Disney World. Epcot, I feel really genuinely happy when I get to go there. Not the Magic Kingdom, which is wonderful. Not Animal Kingdom, which is amazing. Not Hollywood Studios, which is breathtaking. Epcot, because you get to go around the world and try different foods, and it's just neat. Love it. That's my happy place physically. Dan Wenzel. Oh my goodness, my friend Dan. All right, first of all, we're going to plug this guy right here, Dan Wenzel. Friend of the show. He's been on this back in the Zoom iteration of this show. But Dan Wenzel, the guy who's asking this question right here that I will read in a moment. Have you ever read the Shakespearean Smythe mysteries? No, I haven't. I beg your pardon. Dan is a wonderful author. He has a delightful YA series about it's called the Sidekicks Academy, and about kids who are apprenticing to be sidekicks to superheroes. Well, that's amazing. And then he has a wonderful new book called Escape from the Past. Get it? Escape from the Past. Escape. And you get it. You're a smart crew. And he's also written some wonderful plays, including Six Lovers in Florence. And Six Lovers in Florence is going to be my next social distancing players show. Date to be determined. But Dan is a wonderful author, and you should go check him out. Just what you see there, Dan Wenzel. Put that into Amazon search and get his books. Get him some money. So I've never read the Shakespearean Smythe series. Mysteries. I'll go look those up. All right. And we're going to pause real quick to pay some bills, because Shakespeare's shameless self-promotion happy hour is brought to you, in fact, by the good people at Hill Storage and Rigging Company. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, of course, no job too large or too small. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, located in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing your equipment is in skilled and experienced hands with the services from machine movers and erectors. Established in 1967, Hill Storage and Rigging Company is a family-owned and operated full-service millwright serving industries in the Mid-Atlantic states and beyond. We are a women-owned small business with hours of operation Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and available Saturdays and Sundays by appointment only. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, you can find them on Facebook and on Twitter, but also go to hillrigging.com and call 717-944-7676. That number again, 717-944-7676. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, no job too large or too small. And thank you so very much to Hill Rigging for being the sponsor of Shakespeare's Coffee Break and Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. If you would like to support the show, you can just buy me a cup of coffee, become a member of Patreon. And if you want to sponsor the show, go to send me an email at shakespeareapproves.com. My email again, shakespeareapproves.com. If you would like to become a sponsor, find out rates and all of the other good things. Yeah, and then I just forgot what I was talking about for a moment. I was trying to copy and paste, and it just helped me completely lose track of what I was talking about. But also, while we are here, I want you to go and like everything. If you're watching the show on YouTube, I want you to go like it on Facebook. And there's two links I want you to go like on Facebook. There is, of course, facebook.com/Shakespeare's Coffee Break and wrong one. And facebook.com/Shakespeare Approves. And if you're watching it on Facebook, I want you to go like it on YouTube. Go like the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Shakespeare Approves. Go do all the things. Follow me everywhere. Follow me on Instagram, Shakespeare.approves. Follow me on Twitter, Shakes Approves. And while we're at it, while we're going and liking and following everybody and everything, my friends, the Zenith Players, we share a lot of resources, and I want to thank them for co-airing the show. Go follow them on Facebook, facebook.com/Zenith Players, and also go to zenithplayers.com. Click on the very attractive donation button. They're a delightful community theatre organization in New Jersey. And, you know, as a community theatre does, they operate on donations. So please go give them a help. Go give them a helping hand. Now, let's get back into your questions. Dan says, woo! And thank you about the shout out to him. And also, yeah, I never read Shakespeare and Smythe. I'm going to have to go find it. In fact, I'm going to type it in right now so I don't forget. Shakespeare and Smythe Mysteries. And that is in my Google search. There we go. All right. Moving on. All right. Let's see. Taria Lane says the weird mood is in the air today, along with all the smoke from the western fires. Yes, they are, and you can see the haze here in upstate New York. That's messed up. It reminds me of the stories I heard from people saying when Mount St. Helens erupted, and you could see the smoke and debris as far away as Great Britain. Insane. She goes, then again, her son says it's the falling barometric pressure due to the incoming storm. 6-1. You know, we live in a weird time. We are living through that ancient Chinese fortune cookie curse. Yeah, you live to see interesting times. Goodness. Janine Rinker says lots of smoke in Colorado. Not sure if it's their fires or California's. Why not both? Oh, I wish you the best, Janine. Susan saying Epcot is great. Indeed, it really is. TJ says cake or death. I'll have the vegan chicken. Thank you. Have the vegan chicken. Tari, to Janine, probably, are you safe? She's in Connecticut, and the haze from the fires has dropped to the temperature 5 to 10 degrees. Also caused some beautiful sunrises and sunsets. Beauty from the ashes. Yeah, it's true. Yes, Janine, please stay safe. Get east if you have to. Also, Colorado, you're having hail, freezing snow, and fire? You gotta pick one. You can't have everything. I'm sorry. Stop hoarding all of the apocalypse for yourself. All right. And Susan says no relation, take 2 for hailstorm drinking. Well done, Susan. Right. And let's just talk about random things while we are waiting for more questions from you to come in. Coming up today at 6 o'clock, Talking Track. We're talking about the latest 2 episodes of Lower Decks, the wonderful animated Star Trek series that appears on CBS All Access. This is not an ad. I'm just a fan. I will not be using this accent. I will be talking like this because I'm an American. Is this weirding you out? It should weird you out. Or shouldn't it? Because I'm an American. So, Brian from the Connecticut Renaissance Fair, he is the co-owner and producer of that show. He and I are going to be talking about Star Trek Lower Decks and also the trailer that happened for Star Trek Discovery Season 3. So we're going to be having a lot of fun there. And, of course, then tomorrow we're going to have Shakespeare reviews. That show we finally getting. We've been waiting so long for this. We recorded the first 4 episodes several months ago at this point, and I'm just really looking forward to you finally seeing it. So tomorrow, 5:35, Shakespeare Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour with Jade DeVere, with Paolo Garbanzo, with Gwendolyn from The Gwendolyn Show, with the Zenith Players, with Andrew McKee. This is going to be a crowded screen, and it's going to be great. 6:30, we roll over to the red carpet premiere show. Wear your garb, wear your fancy things. Send us pictures and video of you enjoying it with us. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Shakespeare Reviews goes live. And then every Friday morning after that, we will deliver unto you a brand new episode. So it's just going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. And it's a project near and dear to my heart. And I really hope that you go along on this journey with us. Yeah, my American accent was totally weirding out Tari. So in that case, maybe I will read this next question entirely as an American. Let's see. Oh, no one's asking questions. We're just talking. Susan says, and I will read this as an American. I can't speak for the U.S., but the prices for the Shakespeare and Smythe books on Amazon were insane. But I did find a great site called thriftbooks.com and ordered a second-hand copy. Even to Canada, really cheap shipping. I'm so glad for you. And also, sorry. That is my Canadian accent. Sorry. Ooh, a boot. There you go. Janine says, she's listened to Talking Trek before. My other accent didn't bother her. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad about that, Janine. All right. TJ would like to thank everybody for flying Church of England. Cake or death. cake all day. I'll have the vegan chicken. Mmm. Lucky for you, you're the Church of England. Well done, TJ. One of the funniest people I know who doesn't perform that often. Susan Hill says, only Maritimers say a boo. Oh, that is not true. So many people in Ontario say it as well. Yeah, so many Ontarians say a boo. I can't speak about BC, but I know a lot of Ontarians who say a boo. So there's that. What else can we talk about? Since you're not throwing a lot of questions at me, I blame you, internet. I blame you. No, we're having a grand time, and I hope you are too. Susan and I are now just having a fight about Canada. This is grand. Ontario. I had my very first illegal drink there. It was illegal for me were I in America. But it was legal for me at the time because I was in Canada. Yup. In Canada. Therese says, dogs. Talk about dogs. All right. What do we want to talk about? Favorite breed of dog? Corgi. Do I like big dogs? Yes. Saint Bernard. If you're going to go big, go big. Or like a wolfhound, Irish wolfhound. Michelle Murgery Minicosi is saying, what's up, Dan? I don't know what you're talking about. I am deep in character. I don't know who this Dan is that you speak. He'll be back at 6 o'clock for talking Trek, Michelle. So tune in then if you want to talk to Dan. Let's see. I like skipper keys. They're fun and weird and surprisingly vicious. They're adorable though. I said corgis are my favorite. No, taking it back. Pugs. I want a pug. I want a pug, and I want to carry it under my arm like Gurney Halleck in Dune. Just be like, I'm going to be ferocious over here. Let me kill him, my lord. Oh, who's a good baby? Who's a good baby? If they don't do that in the new version of Dune, I want my money back. That's all there is to it. If they don't have Gurney Halleck shouting, let me kill him, my lord, whilst also holding his baby pug, that is not art. There is no truth in that art. No. TJ says, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? African or European? All right. Andrew Weinstein is saying he's roaming around the woods right now and has excellent service. Anything pleasant to recite whilst hiking? Your woods are lovely, dark and deep. But I have promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep. Recite that to yourself. Let's see. What do I consider the start of fall? Equinox, September 1st, back to school. Oh, see, that's a fun one. See, because that you could say, well, there's no right answer, but there is. But there's not. See, here's the thing. The fall semester definitely begins before autumn is here. So should we start the autumnal season with the autumnal equinox? I personally like to say sometimes September 1st, sometimes day after Labor Day. And day after Labor Day is often back to school day for many American children anyway, where I live. If you're watching this in another country, you tell me. That being said, I feel when we mark things off is, what's the word I'm looking for? Stupid. Yes. Because you experience quite often autumnal weather well in advance of autumn. You experience winter weather well in advance of the winter solstice. Same with the summer solstice. Midsummer is the first day of summer. No, it's the solstice. Move it back a month. It's not hard. Move it back a month. Ah, dear God. So let's say it's September 1st, Dan. Yeah, September 1st. That is the first day of fall. That's your new autumn. And then the autumnal equinox, that can be later. That's fine. Good question. Excellent question. This is a smart man, Dan Wenzel. All right. Janine, she got a copy of the DVD of Romeo and Juliet to watch Shakespeare reviews, as the public library had lost theirs, but hadn't gotten around to watching yet. Planned to donate to the library after watching. Her uncle had skipper keys. You're just throwing everything into this one statement, and I love you. Hopefully you're watching the 68 Zeffirelli version of Romeo and Juliet. The one that my 7th grade English teacher was a bit of a perv about. But that's what we'll be watching. Eventually, we're going to be watching the Baz Luhrmann. And that's going to be a delight in its own way. Susan says, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Where's the pack of Peter Piper? Oh my God, I can't say it. Take 2. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. Take it off the screen. Susan says, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper... I can't do it. Take 3. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? In his picnic basket. That's where. That is where. That was odd, and I apologize to everybody, but it brought me great joy. Oh, goodness gracious. Friends, that's pretty much the coffee break for today. I hope you had a good time. If you enjoyed this half as much as I enjoyed doing it with you, then I obviously enjoyed it twice as much as you did, and that's just called math. And then, thus, whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10. For a 50, I will detail your car, because I got no pride. Throw it into my hat. And by my hat, I mean coffee.com. Buy your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare a cup of coffee. Go to coffee.com/Shakespeare. That is ko-fi.com/Shakespeare, and buy me a cup of coffee. And while you're there, if you donate $5 or so, I will give you a copy of Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins. I put that into the wrong place. For $7, you will get a digital copy of Are You There, God? It's Me, Shakespeare. That is my album that I did with the Foxy Bard, at the time, the Creepy Bard. And for $20, I will write you your own personal sonnet, personalized by me. It's a fun thing I like to do, and it's just a really good time. So, thank you. Coming up this week, we have so many fun things to do. So again, tonight, we are going to have Talking Trek, 6 p.m. It will be restreamed here, but streamed over at facebook.com/Talking Trek podcast. So I will restream it here, though. Share it. So if you're looking for a place to watch, but go to facebook.com/Talking Trek podcast and go give the show a like and a follow. Then, of course, tomorrow, the red carpet premiere of Shakespeare Reviews. That's going to be at 6:30 right here and on the Life's Affair Facebook page and YouTube page. At 5:35, that's going to be preceded by Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour, featuring, of course, Jade DeVere, the Zenith Players, talking about their latest upcoming shows for this weekend, including the 50th production they're doing during the quarantine. God love them, and that's King Lear, Saturday night at 7. We're going to have Paolo Garbanzo, Gwendolyn from The Gwendolyn Show, Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard. It's going to be lit. And then I don't have any artwork right here, but next Wednesday night, the 23rd of September at 10:30 p.m., your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, I am going to be a woo girl, the woo girl for Jade DeVere's Inside the Drag Closet. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to wear velvet. I'm going to be so extra. And yet, because it's a show with drag queens, I feel I will be the least extra person in the room. I'm so excited about this. And then, of course, on Tuesday, next Tuesday, every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, you can watch Nat 21 Adventures. I am the voice of God on that one. I'm the host for that show, and it is just wonderful. Of course, you're going to have a bard as the voice of God. We're the only ones who think that we're good enough. So join us 8 p.m. at facebook.com/Nat21Adventures and twitch.tv/Paolo Garbanzo. Paolo Garbanzo is your dungeon master for this adventure, and it stars performers from the Renaissance Fair. Right now, we have performers from the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, including Cameron from Barely Balanced. He plays Pip, our halfling eldritch knight. And we have Rowan from Two Bard Party and Rowan and Rose. He is playing Archimedes, our artificer. He's a human, I believe. So it's a grand time. We also have Iola, who is Adamo Ignis, and Kazu, played by Mab, just Mab. And they are great. And I believe this week we now have our first guest player. So it's just going to be delightful. 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then, of course, the Shakespearean. It's my first ticketed event online. We've now started selling tickets. So wonderful. The first Shakespearean is Romeo and Juliet, the Flying Implement of Doom edition. Going to be Saturday, October 3rd. It says 7:05 p.m. right there. Pretend it says 1:30 in the afternoon. So 1:30 in the afternoon is the time for that. The Shakespeareans. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. We're going to be playing the show via Zoom. So doing as much of the Renaissance fair feel as I can. So you will be Romeo or Juliet or the nurse or Mercutio or Papa Capulet or Friar Lawrence, or the balcony, and of course the Flying Implement of Doom. And I do hope you join me for all of that. It's going to be so much fun. And if this goes well, we're going to do more. So I'm hoping that will become a monthly series, and it's just going to be great. Become, please, my patron on Patreon at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Go buy me a cup of coffee. And friends, thank you so very much for joining me here today, because you are such stuff as dreams are made on. You make this show happen. You give me a career, and this really is one of the high points of my day sometimes, especially today. Joanne, thank you. Yay, I did it eventually. I got through that Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. I couldn't even say it right there, but I did it eventually. So you can do it too. Go and say these words to yourself whenever you're feeling blue. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? And then say it like Sir Sean Connery. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? I couldn't say it, damn it! And then finally, as Christopher Walken, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, where's the pack of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? I'm sorry, this needs more cowbell. So this is so stupid. I apologize. I love these just one-on-one shows because I just get to be stupid. Thanks so very much, friends. I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. Please go check out the Jackdaws. They provided our theme music at the top of the show. I will see you all tomorrow for the next Shakespeare's Coffee Break at 3:05, or in just over 2 hours for Talking Trek at 6 p.m. Toodles. Cheers.